I'm back with another video and I am so excited to discuss today's topic with you because so many of us can relate to it. Have you ever sat back and thought about people you used to be so close to? Your true ride or dies, they knew everything about you, you knew everything about them. A legit twin flame, somebody you never could imagine your life without. But in your current world today, they don't exist. Today, we're going to talk about the 5 signs that you should be paying attention to if you think that you have outgrown or are outgrowing a friendship. As we all know, not every friendship that you encounter will last. It is not meant to last forever because some friendships are meant to be in your life for a reason and some friendships are meant to be in your life for a season. And not every end to a friendship has to be negative or nasty. Sometimes 2 people may just be going 2 separate directions and never decide to look back. And that's okay. It's a completely normal thing that doesn't necessarily mean something's wrong with them or mean anything's wrong with you. It just means that they serve their purpose in your life and it's time to move on to the next chapter. The first sign that you need to pay attention to if you feel like that you're outgrowing a friendship or a friend is if you're constantly feeling drained when you're around them. Energy is so important, especially in a friendship. When you get around a friend and their energy just isn't how it usually is, you can tell that something's up. They may be mad, they may be sad, they may be burnt out, but regardless, you can tell. When you get around a friend or a group of friends and something is just continuously feeling off, when you leave the interaction, you feel annoyed, you feel unsettled, you feel like that your energy was literally sucked from your body, that is a sign that you have outgrown that friend. 95% of the time, interactions with your friends should have a positive impact on you. It could be something as simple as making you laugh, teaching you something, giving you some advice, being someone that you can vent to. But when those interactions turn to you having negative emotions 95% of the time, you need to let that friendship go. That is not a space that you should allow yourself to suffer in. That friendship served its purpose and now it's time for you to move on. The second sign that you should pay attention to if you feel like that you've outgrown a friendship is that your values don't align anymore. Having friends to hold you accountable to your goals or a lifestyle you want or a lifestyle that you currently have is so important. It aids the friendship when you know you have someone that's there to support you and help hold you accountable to the things that you want in life. It helps the friendship grow. When you and your friends don't value the same things, it'll be hard for that friendship to grow because both of you value 2 completely different things. Let me give you an example. If you value health, working out, being up early, being a very productive person, and your friend values going out, staying up late, eating whatever because that makes them happy, nothing is wrong with either one of them. But because your values don't align, it will be hard for both of you to connect on anything. If you sit back and really reflect on a friendship and think about the core values of your friend and the core values of you, ask yourself if they align. Their values do not need to be an exact replica of yours, but in some ways they definitely should be similar. Sign number 3 that you know that you've outgrown or are outgrowing a friendship is that you don't relate to one another anymore. Most friendships are built on being able to connect to one another, whether it's sharing the love for the same workout class, the same hobbies, having similar goals. You have to relate to your friend in some way, shape, or form. It can be something as simple as a TV show or fashion. You have to be able to relate to your friend in order for you to keep the relationship strong. Let me be a little bit more specific for you. If your friends have things going on in their life and you can't relate to one thing, you have outgrown that friendship and it is completely okay. Sign number 4 that you have outgrown a friendship, and this is probably the most important sign that you've outgrown a friendship, is if the friendship is a one-sided friendship. Friendship reciprocity is extremely important. Nobody wants to feel like that they're giving their all without getting anything back. It genuinely gives me the ick seeing people overextend themselves for a friend and their friend not being able to give anything back. And it gives me the ick towards the friend who's not able to get anything back, because it is very hard to come by people who are genuine, people who want to give you love, people who want to give you support, just genuinely good friends. When you have someone who is trying to put their all into showing you that they're there for you, they're there to support you, they're there to love you, and you can't do something as simple as giving them something back to show them that they're appreciated, it gives me the ick. I cannot put into words how bad it gives me the ick. If it's somebody you don't want to be friends with, have a conversation. But allowing someone to keep trying to overextend themselves and you're not giving anything back, that gives toxic men energy. I think it is so disgusting. I just can't do it. I would rather you end a friendship and tell someone, it was good knowing you, but this just isn't working out anymore, than for you to allow people to continue to overly extend themselves, constantly reaching out to you, constantly texting you, putting themselves out there to let you know that they care about you, and you do nothing back. And if you're the friend who is always calling them and always texting them and always scheduling the hangouts and always going to their homes, but they can't give you anything back, let it go. It is not worth your time. It's not worth your energy. That is a space that you absolutely cannot grow in. The friendship can't grow. You have to let people appreciate you for who you are. You can't force anybody to do anything they don't want to do. That person does not want to engage in your efforts, so let it go. Sign number 5 that you have outgrown a friendship or you're outgrown a friendship is when you're away from them, you feel more at peace. As we get older, we have zero room for chaos. Some people have kids, some people have husbands, some people are focused on their career. Regardless of what it is, we don't have time for drama and unnecessary negative things in our lives. So when we actually take a break from our very busy lives to go hang out with friends, the last thing that we want is chaos and drama. If a friend can only bring you chaos and drama when you guys are around each other, you have outgrown that friendship. When you get around your friends, you should be able to laugh, you should be able to release some stress, you should be able to have a good time and leaving that person feeling way better than you did before you came. If time and time again, you're leaving the hangouts feeling anxious, they're trauma dumping, and it gets to the point where you're trying to avoid hanging out with that friend, you have outgrown that friendship a long time ago. Now, don't get me wrong, a friendship should be a space where you feel safe to go and vent and express yourself if you're having negative emotions, if you feel in some type of negative way. If you're hanging out with a friend and constantly there's just more drama or more chaos and it's adding to your life in a negative way, and that is completely different than you hanging out with a friend, them expressing themselves because they had a bad day or maybe a bad week. I can honestly go on and on because friendships are so different and there's so many different signs that you should be paying attention to know if you outgrown a friendship. But those specific signs are the ones I wanted to touch on because you may be thinking you're being too harsh on your friend, you're going crazy, you're overthinking, but that's not the case. Hopefully this video gives you some clarity so you know how to move forward in your friendship. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.